Woo! We did it! No one's here yet, but we did it!
Alright, let me post links.
Thank you, YouTube. Right. Thank you for being terrible.
Right? Alright, so for those watching in the future and don't know, we just had 15 minutes of trying to go live. It was a pain in the butt. So hello, welcome to the Lapidary Lounge, episode 11. I'm going to let Tyler take it away while I post this around and get people back in here.
All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome in, Allison. Everybody else that is trickling over. Again, like Chris just said, had a little bit of a hard startup because YouTube is a pain in the butt sometimes. But hey, and we made it. We got Jeff hanging out as well. So today, no real specific theme aside from just kind of talking about things we're going to be doing and working on come springtime, since it is now, knock on wood, officially here, because music helps. Welcome in. We got Ragnar Rocks with Captain Cortez popping in as well. Looks like my quality is not so good right now. I apologize to everybody. If the video quality on my end isn't the greatest, I did have to connect to the Wi-Fi to get it all going out here. I'm a little nervous to disconnect from the Wi-Fi. I can try and do that, but I don't know what's going to happen. But we're going to be hanging out. We're going to be talking about some of the spring projects, spring trips, and things like that that we've got coming up and things we're going to be working on. Yeah, we're just going to kind of hang out. Have a nice, easy, breezy day. Yes, sorry, Squirrel. We had to send you on a little bit of a scavenger hunt to find us, but we're here. So you guys did not see a video upload for me this week. Unfortunately, spring crept up on us, and I've just been doing a lot of work out in the yard. Later on in the podcast, if we have some time at the end, I'll take my phone, we'll go outside, and I'll show you guys the garden that I built. But I've kind of been busy with doing that, and the video that's going to be coming up is going to be cracking open some geodes with my 3-year-old Dallin. So it's just too much chaos in the yard to be out there doing that stuff with them. But other than that, we're here. Unfortunately, those little hiccups, but that's okay. That's part of life. It won't always go perfectly. And I think if Chris is back here, we'll hand it back to him if he's ready.
Yeah, so I mentioned we'll go through talk about some little updates and spring stuff. Unfortunately, for those who watched last time, the turtle did not grow any crystals. It was a no-go. Yeah, so I think a couple pardon me, allergies have been getting to me. Speaking of spring, the crystals, unfortunately, I think moved around too much because we ran laundry all night and I didn't think about it. And our little washer dryer combo thing takes like 7 hours to run. So it was just sitting there vibrating all night, like 6-7 hours, and the crystals never started to seed and grow. So we've got the 2 other kits. We'll try the 2 other kits, and I'll make sure to not do laundry while I'm trying to grow those crystals. I've even got a little mini fridge, like a little one of those ones you can put like a few cans in. I think I still have it. Actually, I might have thrown it away. If I still have it, I could like put that in the closet and have it set in the corner because you're supposed to leave the little crystals in the fridge to grow. So it could be in its own little fridge in the corner or something so it doesn't get disturbed. We'll see. But yeah, unfortunately, no turtle crystals. The derp turtle, it died on us. And yeah, I saw that. Thank you for compliments on the prints there. Yeah, so we've got, this is the old school. This is the original owl. That was the first iteration of the print. And then later, I added, so the first one had these 3 large stars only. And then later on, I added all the little stars. This one unfortunately got dripped on in the studio. There was a leak in the roof and it got dripped on. And then the third iteration, I carved out and added the moon. So I know everyone's seen that probably a handful of times. We got a few new people who may not have, but yeah, so that's the owl one. This is my new favorite. Actually, I don't know. That's a lie. I really like both of these, the Salt Lake City, and the mountains there.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, I like those ones quite a bit.
I like owls. If you didn't know.
Nice.
And I've almost had that tattoo for a decade now. It's crazy. Crazy to think.
That's wild. Oh, I'm missing some of the chat. Am I not on live chat? Oh. Oh, no.
Oh, no, I'm not either.
Yeah. Turtles grow pizza, not crystal. Do they grow pizza or eat pizza? What kind of pizza are you growing?
It's so hot out. I'm sorry if there's extra noise coming from my end. I've got my fan going, keeping my feet cool because it's like 83 degrees outside today. And it rained all day yesterday, so it's humid as heck. And it's going to rain for the next like 3 days. So,
Yeah, it's only 73 here, 73, 75 it says, but pretty nice. It's warming up quite a bit. So definitely have some nice spring. If you saw at the end of my video this morning, there was a little shot of the little swampy abyss area. It's actually out by our apartment. There's this little I don't know what to call it other than a swamp. There's like 1,000 frogs in there, and I'll get another shot tonight to show them. But there's like it's deafeningly loud with frogs in the evening. But during the day, there's just tons of birds out there, and the cattails that you could see in the video, they look like they might only be a few feet high, but those cattails are like 12, anywhere from like 9 to 12 feet high. They're actually really, really big out there. Yeah, so it's getting warmer, and with that, I'm going to be getting out and doing a lot of rock hounding. But until then, I've just been going to the club and actually talking to the countertop place across the street from us. For those who saw the video,
46 raining. No
whoa,
thanks.
no thanks. See, that's too cold. It should be warming up. It's spring. But real close to us, there's this little shop, and they're countertop shop.
Super laggy right now, I feel like.
Are you? Oh, I'm seeing lag on your end pretty bad, yeah. On yours, when I look at my laptop.
All right, I turned the Wi-Fi off, so let's see.
I think
Hopefully we don't lose it.
Light at a better angle here, but if you want to see the flash in this, definitely go check out my video, because it's really, really pretty, if I could get it. There it is. Boom.
Hopefully it gets better. Okay.
So all these little ones, like,
woo! We did it!
So yeah, even the little ones, look at that. I'm going to send you some of these too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've got too many screens. I got my laptop going. I've got my second phone. It's too much. Oh, so pretty.
Yeah, a couple of these slabs, a couple of the slabs only have that, but then, there's the ones that have the full color.
Ooh, excuse me. Oh, wow.
I'll be sure to send some of both to you.
Oh, yeah, dude. You were showing that one piece, that bigger chunk that had that full spectrum on it.
Oh.
So crazy.
Yeah, I guess I should grab that one. Hold on. Let's see. Oops. So hold on.
You know what? I need to make sure I watch all the ladies that did the challenge with Katie did. I forgot that. Was that last weekend they started doing those?
Yeah, there's a few of the videos out. I've got a couple on my list to still watch. So that dark spot, I'm sending these to you. All the dark spots, you got to move it around to find the flash. But the really dark spots are where those big rainbows are. And a bunch of... Yeah, even all that dark. Like that one's even got, I know, some good color in it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's like, I don't even know, 30 pounds or something I'm sending you.
My goodness, I need to like chug some of this energy drink.
Plus this granite full of pyrite. Don't mind the little dog hair hanging on it, but look at the big, huge. Here's my thumb. Big
man,
pyrite in that. That's all natural.
so pretty.
So yeah. Anywho, for those who missed that video, go check it out because we're gonna be playing with his really, really big industrial saw. He's gonna let me go film some more stuff over there, but I put some of that in the video today. It was pretty exciting.
Sweet, sweet.
So that's my current spring, but the rest of my spring is was hoping to go up to Herkimer soon if we can sell off enough of these cabs. Not the ones I just showed, but the other stuff I've been making, and sell off enough maybe artwork and cabs. We'll get up to Herkimer real soon. Otherwise, I've just booked my ticket and I'll be out to Utah in a few weeks here, like two to 3 weeks. So yeah, be out in Utah, make maybe a video or two out there, but it's not to go rock hounding. It is to go visit family. So that's the main focus of that trip, going to see my aunt first and foremost. And if I have time, probably just be hanging out at my mom's. We talked about maybe I'll do a live for my mom's because I got buckets of rocks at my mom's, and if people are interested, it's all stuff off our private property, but it's agates and fossils that were in my rock hounding with my father. The last year, if you go look at my videos, the rock hounding on Father's Day video, all those agates and fossils, like maybe I'll do like mystery boxes, just like fill flat rate boxes full of agates and fossils, and like ship out flat rate boxes or something.
Is it like marine fossils or was it like
Crinoids?
You were finding out there? I can't remember.
Crinoids and brachiopods and stuff.
Sweet, sweet.
Yeah,
Tumbler King.
but full of like jasper and agate, so like some of them are beautiful, and actually, yeah, you can tumble them, and then it's like you got a nice little jasper full of crinoids in it, and they're nice, fully agatized fossils, and some, not all of them are fully agatized, but some are, and it's nice.
Did you see what Music Help said? They said they're in New York. Come visit.
Which one Music Helps? Because I just asked a guy yesterday. He kept getting me all excited, and some other people told me to go to him, and I did, and he turned me down right away. I was like, hey, I'm coming up to Herkimer, going to be going to a few properties. I'd love to come visit you. And he shot me down on his YouTube. He's like, no, it's private. Only my friends can come. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Bye.
Dang.
It's like, got it. All your friends are the ones who told me to come talk to you, but okay, bye. Oh, yeah.
Something like that.
Nice, Allison.
No, I don't think he was saying that was your friend. He's just saying that was what everyone you talked to or tried to talk to.
No, no, another random guy that's not even in this community. He's just someone somewhere else I know.
Too funny.
So yeah, I don't know what else do I got before I let you take over for your spring plans and show your garden off. Crystals didn't grow. Did all the artwork. Gonna go print some more artwork. All this cool stone. Got 38 pounds of that stuff, plus unlimited access to more scraps from him. Yeah, that's about what we got going on. I guess I could show these other ones for a second. Anyone got any questions for me before I turn it over to Tyler?
Welcome, Riddled Red. Welcome in from the Pacific Northwest. I want to go do some fishing up in the Pacific Northwest. Oh, your fishing up there is great. And the rocks up there are pretty great, too. I think the fishing might be better.
Look at that. It almost looks like, reminds me of the plasma agate. Look at the fiery plumes in that one.
Oh, that's pretty. Oh, yeah, Ragnar's up there.
So that's some graveyard. You know, I love my graveyard plume. That's the other piece of that. This is some nice mossy stuff I cut. I think I'm going to actually leave. Look at the bots on that. It's got some botryoidal top.
Goodness gracious, excuse me.
Oh, wait, where is it on this one? Got some botryoidal formation there. Maybe do like an oval or something and leave that natural bit there. I don't know. Let me read that.
Ooh, I'm down to fish for brown trout.
Oh,
Any trout. I haven't caught a trout yet. I want a trout so bad. That's what I've been fishing for the past year. No luck yet. Squirrel, what kind of fish they got in that Lake Monroe or Monroe Lake, whatever the heck you guys call it? I always say it one way, and then there's somebody who says, you're supposed to say it the other way. I'm like, well, I've said it both ways, and both ways I've been told I'm wrong. So, what do you want from me? Steelhead, yeah. Steelhead are on my list. Is there crappie out there? Are they decent size? I like to go to catch and eat. I don't like just catching it and tossing it back. Rainbows and browns? Heck yes, Jeff. Oh, dude, when I move down to Kentucky, man, we're gonna go fishing all the time. I think, I don't know. I'm having an internal debate. I'll bring up when it's not Chris's turn to talk.
You're good. I was just still showing off those pieces while you guys are talking about fishing. That's fine. I was like, yeah, keep showing off these last few bits a little closer. This is the Riviera plume. This is the rare old stock. I've only got the few pieces I had of that before I did the really big triangle piece of that. And this was the sister slab that you have too, I think, right? Didn't you get a big triangle? It was the triangle cut of the Riviera plume.
I might have. Welcome in, Bob. Bob's Rocks is hanging out with us too.
Hey, Bob.
Got some faces hanging around. It's nice to see. Oh, I've got a couple of lures that Travis has made. Oh, snap. That's what's up, Squirrel, next time I get down there, is there any good fishing spots near where I take you geo hunting? Because, dude, if I could find a fishing spot out there where I hunt geodes, whoo, go find some geodes and then take a break and go catch a fish and fry it, cut it up, fillet it up, fry it. Oh. See, now I'm itching to get out there again.
So I'm just trying to read the chat and see what I missed. I know I missed it.
And that goes right along with what I want to introduce to my channel this year too. I want to teach everybody about the raw foliage that's out there that you guys can eat and that's safe to consume, because there's a handful of different things in the Indiana creeks. There's a handful of things in the creeks here by me on the south sides of Chicago. Although you probably don't want to eat the stuff that's around me. God knows what the heck they spray on it, but that'd be really cool to be able to get out down there and do some fishing too. Morel season there, dude. I missed the morel season. Squirrel, hit me up on Instagram after this and let's chat, buddy. Because I'm planning a trip in the next week or two. I want to get down there, and I'm definitely game to doing some fishing there too. That's gonna be a really pretty cut.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do y'all think? Something like that to leave the bots there.
Oh, I love that.
Cut that out and leave the. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, yeah, don't worry. I'll leave the bots on both those pieces. I'll figure out something to do. This one maybe we'll do a bigger, like.
Right, I want to go visit Ragnar too. If
Something
anybody's
in there.
and wants to collect some morels and trade them to me, I would be very appreciative.
Might
I
go
don't
in.
want to pay crazy online prices.
Anyway, something like that.
I think that'll look good.
Yeah. I was trying to show stuff off and scroll through chat and going back and forth and looking at my laptop and all over the place there. Got a lot to catch up in chat there. Anyway, yeah, I'll turn it over to Tyler to go show off the new garden. And let me see, one sec.
Yeah, I could do that.
Hi. Trying not to get a copyright for the music in the background for a sec. Yeah, I'll turn it over to Tyler to go show off the garden and everything, look for more questions and stuff in the chat while I go run my dog out real quick. And let's see. Yeah. I didn't miss anything else, right? Before I'm running off, I'm trying to see if I missed anything in the chat. You didn't say anything, did you?
No. I think we're good.
Big Northwest person here. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, let Tyler show off his garden, and we'll
Sucker
get back.
was a mission. As you can see, there was a lot of gravel underneath here, so I kind of like dig really, really deep down, and this is where we kind of wound up. But I've got a couple of garden beds here. Oh, snap! A bunch of different things, but we've got a special guest joining us, so we'll get back out to the garden here in just a moment. But it seems like we've got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle hanging out. I think we talked about pizza enough that.
Can you dig it? Surprise!
And we've got Jeremiah, also known as Captain Cortez, joining us today.
West Coast.
Is he?
Hey everyone. It's my first live.
Heck yeah. Look at that. Look at us. Getting another first time notch at somebody's belt. Travis's first time live was here with us in the lounge. We got Jeremiah here in the lounge with us today. Well, what's going on, man? How's yours?
Hey, dude.
How's your up in the Pacific Northwest?
It was a rocky start. Planted a bunch of vegetables, put them outside, and they all died immediately because it froze.
Oh,
but
man.
I was able to restart them, and they're coming back. We got some pumpkins and chives, cucumbers. Ooh. We got some hot banana wax peppers, jalapeno peppers, bell peppers. You name it, we got it, buddy.
Nice. That's awesome. I'm excited for my garden. That's the biggest garden I've done personally. I've done ones in, the little Tupperwares and not so great, but this is the first time we've really invested some time and money into it. So I'm excited for it. We've got, let's see what we got. We've got carrots, bell peppers, zucchini, spinach, romaine, snap peas, Boston pickling cucumbers. I've got 12 different types of hot peppers that I'm going to be planting too. And all of them, except for 2, have popped so far. I'm waiting on the Carolina Reapers to come in, and my Thai chili peppers. Those are the last 2 that haven't sprouted yet.
Those are going to be delicious.
Oh, I can't wait! I want to make some hot sauces and stuff too. I'm already looking on Amazon for the big bulk bottles and stuff like that. And if I can figure it out, if anybody out there likes hot sauce, I might slap a GCC label on there and I don't know, sell them or something like that. The wife wants to make an Etsy store and do some different things. So,
right on.
Next mission, I think I'm gonna do is build a rain catch outside near the garden to catch all the rain. Actually, Jeff sent me that is the total inspiration for it, and then just basically make an irrigation system out of PVC pipes and just be able to not have to waste a whole bunch of money on the actual water and stuff like that. So it's gonna be
that definitely won't work out here in Spokane. We're about to get into the severe dry season, so I'm gonna have to set up like a actual irrigation system. Sucks, but it's worth it. I got a south-facing backyard, and it's gonna be amazing weather for 3 months straight, so should be able to get a good yield.
Oh, nice! I'm excited to see. What you end up with. Same thing with us. Gardening is just great. Awesome.
It is.
Stuff. that was, I mentioned earlier, I was like, that was my internal debate. We're going to be moving down to Kentucky, you know, in the next year or two. And I really want to do full on homestead. Like, I want to have a bunch of
Yeah.
crops. Love to, for a while, I wanted to do chickens, but I'm kind of leaning more towards quail because they're a little more friendly, a little cleaner, and, you know, there's just different benefits.
I
So
could
I
trap a
really
bunch
want to
for
do
you and
like,
send them over.
hey, if that'll work, if it's legal.
We have flocks, man, like
Um,
30 coming through at a time. It's nuts.
Oh wow! But yeah, I want to do full on. I want to have a really really nice garden. There's a guy I watch. I forget the name of his channel. I just recently found him, but he's got a food forest, and he's up in Jersey, and he's got a crazy garden. I'm like, I need one of those. I want to do something like that. So my internal debate is if I want to like make a separate like homesteading gardening channel to be able to share it all, or if I want to like kind of dribble it in with the rock collecting and stuff like that, because it's going to be, there's a lot of stuff, you know, so much that goes into it. So I wanted to make a video building my garden, but I had a feeling that since I did it for like relatively cheap and the way I would have like described it and everything like that, it would have been a lot of like key terms, and I didn't want to get flooded with all like the gardening folk and be like, how do I do this? How do I do this? And I'm like, listen, I don't even know. I'm still learning.
What
So
you got to
I
do
think
is
it could be really
you got to just sprinkle it into this channel, move it over to your new channel.
like dribble it in, and then you're like, oh yeah, you want to see it all? That's a good
Exactly.
idea.
Exactly.
Because Heather wants to do, my wife is Heather. She wants to do. She's like, if we do it like a nice homestead, she's like, we should make videos and like teach people how to do it and stuff like that. So if I can have it
Yeah.
where, you know, we're doing that channel together or something, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be fun,
Like,
man. Be awesome.
There's nothing more rewarding than eating something from your own garden, or I like even taking it a step further. Like, it's awesome to go out and pick a tomato, you know, and eat a tomato, but like to put together a meal and it's got like more than 50% of your ingredients are fresh from your own garden. Oh, it's so fulfilling. It's so great.
For sure. Self-sustainability, man.
Right. Right. That's what my spring's been so far, man. Now we're getting it to the point where it's going, and I want to get it to the rocks, man. I'm dying to get out there. Ooh, we got Riddled Red asking if you're hitting Goonie Fest this year.
Goonies Fest, no. So the last one I went to was the 30th anniversary. I believe it's the 30th, and then they canceled it for COVID for a while. And I don't think they officially have it as big as they used to, which is unfortunate. But yeah, love Goonies Fest. I'll have to run upstairs to get my memorabilia and stuff from that event. That was awesome.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I absolutely love the movie, and as soon as I read it, I knew what it was. I'm like, oh wow, I'm missing out, man. Chicago
Yeah, it's
boy,
pretty fun.
have that kind of stuff out here.
Chicago's got some tall ships, though. I mean, there are a bunch of tall ships that come through there that'd be fun to ride on. I've seen
Yeah,
it.
you know what? There's actually the old I forget what it's called. Some harbor. It used to be a trades harbor, like right on the very bottom end of Lake Michigan, very close to the Indiana border, but it's still over in Illinois. And there's a big old ghost ship, like an abandoned ship that just kind of hangs out over there.
Awesome.
I snuck onto that and with some friends, and we kind of walked around and explored. The city goes back and forth, or the county goes back and forth, and if they're going to like tear it down or leave it up. And I think
Okay.
4 years ago they officially decided they're going to tear it down, but I drive past it and it's still there.
Oh man.
So there's some cool stuff, but I'm tempted to go in and like make a video, but I'm like, I don't want to like go to jail for like trespassing or something. So maybe go like make a video, and then once they destroy it, be like, hey, look what I did when it was there.
Or just don't say where it is.
Right.
Say, hey, look what I found. This is cool.
Okay, I was just wandering around in my backyard and I stumbled upon this big old thing.
Oh, shout out to Greg, by the way. I'm not on Instagram anymore, buddy. So shoot me an email. Otherwise, you know where to find me.
Yeah, man. Sweet. Greg's coming stateside. Woo!
He is.
Sweet,
Yeah, I
man.
had to
So,
rent out a storage pod in my driveway for all the packages he's been sending to me. No, not really. Not really. Just two.
oh man, no, he brought a big load with him when we met up last year. We did some camping, hunted for some Native American artifacts and some geodes and stuff. And he brought us so many snacks and things. He's a great guy. I'm
Yeah.
still hooked up. All dressed chips. Tell him to bring you some all dressed potato chips. You'll never eat another potato chip again.
Oh, we already went over it. We're good.
So so weather's finally getting nicer for you. What's the first big project you got coming up or anything like that? We've kind of had a little bit of an absence of you lately. You know, you've had some things you've been working on, so I'm sure folks are curious to see what you're gonna be getting back into when we can see you back full swing. You know,
Yeah, absolutely. So
what you got.
first, shout out to my team Spork, the Spokane Prospectors Outdoor Enthusiasts and Rockhounds group here in Spokane. Uh, feel like I let them down lately. I've just been kind of out of the game, man. My heart's not been in it. You know, it gets to the point sometimes with hobbies where you start to take yourself a little too seriously, and it just gets in the way of what's important. You know, like once it becomes a chore, it is no longer fun. It really isn't. And I got to that point, and right now I'm just tumbling, tumbling, tumbling. Tumblers are always going, man. Doesn't cost anything, right? So it's always going to be rolling. Not sure what I have lined up as far as videos in the future, but we do have some trips planned. I do still need to explore central Idaho. I know there's the Fossil Bowl, there's some garnet spots out there, really cool locations. But as far as big trips, biggest trip ever for us this summer is we're finally coming to the Great Lakes. Never been to the Great Lakes before. My cousin Lisa moved out to Green Bay last summer. So we're going to fly into Milwaukee, drive north, hang out with her, drive up to the Upper Peninsula, stay at this really cool resort, and hit up Agate Beach and maybe find my own LSAs. Really looking forward to it. Should be awesome. It's going to be my son's first big flight, so it's going to be a major test.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. I'm about I'd say a little over 2 hours away from Milwaukee. There's not a whole
Yep.
lot of good rock hounded down this way, so but
No.
we meet up and give you a care package of some geodes or something.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. I'm going to send you an email. Sean, Fade to Black, 10,000 Lakes Rock Hounding, Manistee Rocks, uh, Mike Taylor, all those homies up there. You're going to be hearing from me for sure. And maybe we could have some kind of group dig or
Right on.
something. That'd be fun.
Sweet, sweet. You've been in contact with 10,000 Lakes Rock Hounded? I haven't seen them upload a lot. I haven't chatted with her in a while, but
Yeah, she hasn't been
I
doing
hope
too
she's
many
doing good.
videos, but yeah, I talked to them quite a bit. They're doing pretty well, and yeah, we're
Good.
gonna maybe get a huge cabin with them and have a nice weekend. Maybe do some fishing. That's another thing I'm going to be doing a lot. I fished one time since I moved here in Spokane. Moved from Seattle to Spokane for folks you don't know. Last May, so I've been here exactly 1 year. Caught one fish, and I think I like fishing more than rock hounding, to be honest. And I need to get out there, man. I'm right on the Idaho border, so there's a little bit of a confliction because fishing in Idaho means I have to get a different boat license, different fishing license, all that. But I'm right on the border, so I think I'm gonna make it worth it. I really do.
Right on, man. Dude, that's awesome. Be able to have a
Yeah.
boat and go do fishing. That's always been the best. For me, mainly, I've done like a lot of river fishing, fast water. I did a lot of fishing in dams and stuff. And then coming out here, dude, I've been fishing the last year. Same thing. I've caught one fish, and no, scratch that. I caught two fish. I caught one little bluegill in this nasty pond that's across the road from me, and the one bluegill when I was out in Missouri. And other than that, it's
Mm-hmm.
just different. It's all standing water. I'm not used to it. I'm used to the moving water, fast water, sitting there, ripping lures. And now it's like everybody's like, "Oh, toss the worm on and put your bobber on." I'm like, "Oh,
Exactly.
I'm used to just sitting there reeling and, fighting for them and stuff."
Yeah, definitely the best method for still water is depending on where the fish are. If they're at the top, you go worm on the bobber. If they're on the bottom, you float a worm up with like a, little piece of cork or something like that, and you'll get them every time. But as far as river fishing goes overall here, it's brutal, man. You just lose gear. It's
Mm.
endless. Like every time I go river fishing, I lose probably $30 worth of gear every time. It
Yeah.
sucks.
See, I was up on the northwest suburbs of Chicago for a few years, and that was when I was doing my most fishing. And see, I lived in a house with my dad, and our house was at the front of the street, and then our street dead end at the river, so I could literally walk to the end of my street. So that was always my go-to spot. So I got used to fishing there. It was a little slower than if I go 120 yards up on the banks and I climb down some. I'm on the bottom of the dam, so I
Sure.
got used to knowing exactly where to fish. But dude, I've lost hundreds in equipment. That's definitely the challenge of the fast water. But see, I'm so tempted to get back up there and just take a ride. It's probably an hour and a half from where I'm at now. I don't even know if the dam is still there. There was always talk about getting rid of it and stuff like that. But I found my first geode there, and it wasn't a geode that
Awesome.
I don't think it's supposed to be there, but I found it there. So I've always wanted to go back up there and just record, just look around. There's a ton of really pretty slag glass out there. And when I was a kid, I was convinced it was obsidian, and it took me years to finally figure out it wasn't obsidian and it wouldn't just form there. But
Yeah.
then I found that right on the dam, it used to be a factory that had their cooling systems running off of the dam there. So their dump pile was literally right there, and it was my fishing spot. So I used to go fish on a big old pile of like really high end slag glass. Like if you walk on it barefoot, you're cutting yourself up. It's
Oh
so I
yeah.
want to get up there and just see what it's like. But yeah,
You need to
man,
get one
I
of
love
those.
fishing.
You need to get one of those big magnets and do some magnet fishing. Get all your lures back.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea, man. I have a big magnet now. What did I bring it for? A buddy of mine. What is this? This was like 3 years ago. I was out rockhounding with him in the creeks in southern Indiana, and he lost his wedding band, and
Oh
so he was
no.
flipping out, and um, he asked me to bring a magnet and like some rope. And the next time I came out, he's like, help me try and find my ring." So I went out and I got a nice high powered magnet. And I got a big old big old rope, and we just sat there and we pulled and dredged dredged it across. We didn't have any luck finding it, but I got a nice high powered magnet. I think it was like $40, and he reimbursed me for it. He's like, "Anything you need to get, man, just help me find it. I can't tell my wife." Well, we we didn't find it, but they're okay. They're still together. He
Oh
made it up
man,
to me.
I lost my first wedding ring in the Puget Sound fishing for Dungeness crab. I was probably in about 100 feet of water, pulled up my pot, and I got probably just an 8-inch crab, monster. Pulled him out, and he just reached around and got me, shook my hand, boom. It was also like a giant skull ring, and it just went bloop, gone. Got a replacement, a little
Dang.
bit lighter. Hopefully it doesn't
Nice.
happen again.
Nice.
I got that fishing lure here that Travis made if you want to see it.
Oh, heck yeah, let's
Absolutely
see it, man.
gorgeous.
Oh, wow.
Blue lace agate. So
Little
last
Pepsi
summer,
out.
yeah, last summer I went out to Montana in June, and it happened to be right during the Yellowstone flooding. So I met up with Travis, and we sat there and had a beverage together and watched the chocolate milk float by. Couldn't see one single rock.
Wow.
Sucked.
Man,
Made the best of
man,
it
man.
though. Went to the zoo. Highly recommend the zoo in Billings, Montana. Definitely check that out. Good
Definitely.
times.
I want to go to Montana. I want to go to Montana. That's definitely on the list. I want to see the Yellowstone. I wanted to see the Yellowstone since like first grade, like learning geology and stuff like that. When you start to learn about the Grand Canyon and the Yellowstone River, those have been on my top two on my bucket list even before I started, fishing and rock hounding and stuff. I just wanted to go because of just the beauty of it. Now I'm like, I can go there and I can fish and I can look for rocks and I can be surrounded by this beauty.
Oh, dude, like I mentioned in the comments, man, just put a little bell on the end of your rod, get a good rod holder, and just go look for rocks and wait for that chime.
Dude, I can't wait. See, I think Squirrel he just had out. But I think so. Lake Monroe is a very popular lake in southern Indiana. There are banks of it that are known to have geodes and stuff like that, but you're not allowed to collect there because it's owned by the Army. So
Yep.
you can't collect. But I hear there's like one shore you're allowed to. So I think maybe that'd be an interesting video. I think have like a GoPro setup, like with a fishing pole in front, and like just walking around and back, looking for geodes and stuff.
That'd be awesome. Doing like a
Like
time lapse or something. That'd be
right,
fun.
like it's the best of both worlds. Like sit there,
Yeah.
pick up, find a really awesome geo. Like I could just see it happening. Like showing like, look at this awesome geode, and then oh snap!
Yeah.
Wait,
Look at this lunker.
right? Like that's what I can't wait to get to Kentucky, dude. It's just being the south side of Chicago. Like a lot of people don't understand how urban it is. Like, yeah, I've got a nice yard. I've got a nice garden. There's a couple forest preserves by me, but like literally, even if I were to hop on my bike and ride my bike 10 minutes north towards the city, it just immediately turns to crap. It's just garbage, terrible air, terrible people, terrible mindsets, terrible living, and I want to get to Kentucky so bad.
That's the thing I like about Spokane is it's the second biggest city in Washington. I mean, it's almost as big as Seattle, but if I go 7 minutes that way, I won't see a single house. Nothing but trees and hills as far as I could look. It's amazing. It's like a big little city. It's super cool, man.
That's what I want, man. I grew up one of the houses I grew up in Chicago because when I was a kid until I think
hey Jackie.
Oh, Jackie in the house. What up? I think I was maybe a preteen when we finally moved out of Chicago into the northern suburbs. But man, one of the houses I lived in was off of a main road, Fullerton Avenue. In front of our house was a salon. Okay, so our house was set behind it. It was a nice house, but to the left of the salon was a Polish bar. To the right of the bar of the salon was a Spanish bar.
Yes.
So let me tell you,
music all night.
How hard it is to fall asleep where you roll and face one way and you hear dooch, 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 the techno going on, and they're like, oh no, let me face this way, and then oh man, I'm just so fed up with being close to people. Like if I stand and put my back against the outside of my house here, and like if I stick my foot out, I'd be almost touching my neighbor's house. Like that's too close for me. I just need Kentucky. I need land. I told my wife, I'm like, that's the one stipulation I ask. I don't care what house you find. You can decorate it. You can pick it. I just want a couple acres of land. I want it to be where I could go outside, and just, I don't hear somebody.
It's the American dream, man.
I don't hear a child getting smacked. I don't hear gunshots. I don't. Probably gonna hear gunshots in Kentucky, but at least it's somebody hunting. It's not just somebody being stupid.
Or I don't know if you've seen that Bert Kreischer, his latest stand-up special, Razzle Dazzle. No, I heard a gunshot. Oh, somebody must have got their period or something. Definitely check that out, man. It's hilarious. Razzle Dazzle.
Like, I'm not to bring up the violence and stuff that's in my area, but we took a road trip out to Kansas to meet my nephew and see my brother and my sister-in-law. And it's 9:15 at night. Sun just went down, and we're right outside that garage door, and we're loading the car up, and like off in the neighborhood here, not even 50 yards away, we just hear somebody unload a clip from a pistol, and we're like, okay. So I'm like, I tell Heather, like, you sit in the car. I'm gonna go see what the hell is going on. And I walk around. My neighbor comes running out of his house, and we're both like, what is going on? And then like few minutes go by and there's like 8 squad cars all around, and it's just crazy. There was a night when I was sitting on a video chat with Chris, and I was sitting upstairs in my room, and I had my window open, and he heard the gunshots, and then he heard the sirens go off, and it's too crazy, man. It is just too nuts. And they were trying to find, because this guy, it's got to be somebody who lives in the neighborhood. He just goes in his backyards and shoots. Like, nobody's getting hurt, nobody's getting injured, but it's obviously an issue in a densely populated area like this. And
Terrible.
they were out the other day trying to find him. Every block, every side of the street, every block, there was an unmarked car from like 2 p.m. until like midnight. They were out there from when the high school let out until most people were in bed, and they're trying to catch him. There wasn't anything that night, but the next day, all those cops are gone. The dude was out there again shooting, and they all swarmed again. And it's like, it's crazy, man.
It's amazing how that works. You know, they have all these special laws, like especially in your area, which are supposed to prevent that kind of thing, and yet you have the most murders and stuff. That's amazing. Dude, it's stupid.
It's absurd.
Yep.
And now,
Man.
like, I don't even know. I live in the south suburbs of Chicago. I call myself a Chicagoan because it is considered, my suburbs is considered to be the furthest south suburb of the city. You know, then you get any further away, own town or whatever. But we're technically a suburb of Chicago, and like, there's like some new mayor or new governor or something like that we have in office now, or something like that. I haven't even fully heard about it, but all I know,
I heard Lori's out, so that's good.
Angry. Chicagoans are angry, and there's already been like 6 cops that have been shot and killed in like the past week, because they're like, this guy isn't going to do anything. And I'm like, this is just more and more reason to just pack up and go. It's
nobody wants to be a cop in Seattle either. That's for sure, man. I think the starting now is like $100,000 with like a huge bonus. It's nuts.
We're getting a little off topic, but that's okay. Chris is probably sitting around like, come on, guys. We're back on track. But yeah, dude, I'm so pumped to get to Kentucky. It's gonna be such a good move for everybody. I feel like just the mindset and the lifestyles, and just they're more close to like what I was brought up with, what my wife was brought up with. You know, my dad's from Tennessee, my mom's from Missouri. You know, it's a lot of Southern values. You know, and it's just to continue to like live how we live and enforce the rules we have. Like, you know, we don't you know, use like physical punishments or anything like that, but we always have like my sister-in-laws are always like, oh my god, you're so harsh, blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, well, I want my child to be respectful. I don't want my child to just walk around and talk to anybody however they want to talk to anybody, or do whatever the heck they want to do. Like, you know, I want my children to be respectful. And some people, like, when they see what happens like in my own house, and you know, somebody gets yelled at or somebody gets reprimanded, and they're like, oh really, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, well, that's what happens here, but let's go outside, or let's go to the mall and have my children walk with me and your children walk with you, and we'll see whose kids are running around acting a fool and being crazy, and whose kids are coming up, hey dad, is it okay if I go over here and do this? Hey dad, can I have a quarter to go over here and do this? And like, that doesn't happen overnight. And just the people around here, it's just crazy. So it's just the little bit of time we spent in Kentucky, like 2 years ago and the year before, like it made my wife fall in love with it. And I'm like, this is why I loved when I was a kid coming down and seeing my family that was down here. I was like, just leave me here. I don't want to go back to Chicago. Leave me here.
Yeah, I've been through that area. It's beautiful, man. I love Tennessee. I learned how to drive trucks in the Army in Missouri. Absolutely love that area so much. But what I love the most about here, especially Idaho is like, I feel like it's the Texas of the North. Idaho is where you go where you don't want to be messed with. If you go to North Idaho, nobody's going to mess with you. You could just do whatever you want. As long as you're not messing with anybody else, you're good. It's awesome. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Right. I wanna live in a place where I'm comfortable when my kid comes up to me and says, hey dad, can I go up outside for a little while? Like, oh, hold on, get your shoes on. Let's make sure I'm all right. I'm coming out so I can sit and watch you. Like,
yeah.
Even it's crazy. And because even like thinking back to when I was a kid and I was my daughter's age, you know, and I was in Chicago. I was on the west side of Chicago, in Belmont Craig and in Humboldt Park, and where all the violence is now, where, you know, I saw a lot of crap growing up I shouldn't have seen, and I was probably out later than I should have been. But now, like, that thought would never even cross my mind to let my daughter or my sons out, you know, out on their own, without a phone, without knowing where they're going. It's such a different time, man.
Yeah, it's nuts, dude. You never know. You never know what could happen.
Right. like I just hear the Green Acres theme song. Is what plays. Farm living is life for me. Just need to get down there.
I remember watching Nick at Night and falling asleep and waking up, and Green Acres would always be on. It was either Green Acres or Mr. Ed every time.
Oh, but yeah, man. Well,
Check that out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's see.
It's my
Oh,
very
yeah, well,
first turquoise cab. I'm pretty sure it's Chinese from the Hubei province, but it's my first cab, and my wife sent it off to Mermaid Metals. Shout out to Steph at Mermaid Metals on Instagram, but she did some really good work. Nice
oh, awesome. I
silversmithing
was gonna
there.
ask if you did all that. I was like, that's what you've
Oh,
been
I
doing.
wish.
Oh,
I don't like making videos too much anymore, but this would definitely be something that I would video because that's sweet.
awesome, man. Well, you know, we're all here. We're all hanging out. We're all waiting, man. We all get it, especially fellow content creators. You know, I go through bits like that too, where it's like you said, if it's become more of a chore, then and you continue to push it when it's at that state, you're going to get to a point where you're just going to get burnt out, and you're going to need
Yep.
years, you know, to pick it back up if you do pick it back up, you know. So
Yep. Yeah, not everybody could get lucky and do this for a career, you know. Got to
yeah,
start
no,
somewhere. Like I have a
right,
full-time job. Like I'm working all day, you know. When I'm working all day, I don't necessarily want to just hop into the light box or on the flat lap and start making videos. I want to go
yep,
outside and garden and go to t-ball games with my son.
yeah, yeah, absolutely, dude. I completely get it, and that's I think that's another reason why I want to get down to Kentucky a little sooner, because it's gonna be easier. You know, Dallin, my oldest boy, he just turned 3, but you know when he's 4 and 5 years old, there's gonna be a lot of key moments and stuff going on
Oh
where
yes.
if I'm still here on the South Side and living life and doing things with him, it's just my content's gonna be completely different. It's a different
Mm-hmm.
thing when I can go outside and walk in my backyard and go and find something and do a quick little video, but for me to go in and collect geodes and stuff, it's 8-hour round trip, whether I'm going south to Indiana or I'm going west to Illinois. 4 hours there,
Yeah.
4 hours back, 3 to 4 hours of collecting, and I'm doing it all in one foul swoop. So it gets too difficult, and like you said, man, it's just there's so many other things. Like do I want to spend this day and drive 75% of it and work 20% of it and sleep the other 5, or do I want to hang out and take my kids to the park and put my son on a slide for the first time, and there's
Totally.
just a lot of different things. So
Yeah, I got that here too. You know, it's minimum 2 hours drive to get to anywhere with decent rocks, and then I asked myself, do I really need more rocks? I have 1,000 pounds of like grade A material that I have no time to work. So what am I doing? You know, what am I doing?
right,
Why do I need more rocks? Am I gonna just throw them outside now? Just have the most epic lawn garden of geodes and stuff?
right. Like that's if I wasn't on the south side of Chicago, it would just get picked up. It would just disappear.
Oh yeah,
I'll leave the kids will leave like ratty balls and scooters and stuff in the yard, and just stuff goes missing. I'm like, are you kidding me? That ball that we just bought from the dollar store right down the street, somebody's just gonna take it? And it's not the little itty bitty kids walking around taking it. It's the teenagers and stuff. It's
sure,
crazy.
sure. Man,
So
brutal.
honestly, but I have the idea. So I've got my driveway is 2 lanes, and then I've got this little like curved section here where the alley is here, and there's a little bit of grass. I really
Hmm.
want to dig that up and pour in cement and stick in some geodes so that they're all cement,
Dude.
and then like put a camera there and like watch and just wait for somebody to come and like try and take one
Like the
and
trick
just
where you
watch them.
glue like a coin to the ground or something? Go to like pick it up. Dude, speaking of that though, there's a house on the opposite block. They have probably a bowling ball size blue agate, which looks like it's from like Central Washington, like Red Top or First Creek.
Oh
Huge,
wow,
beautiful blue, massive nodule. But yeah, this neighborhood's awesome, man. Nobody's gonna take that. Nobody's
that's
ever
great.
gonna take that. People just leave their stuff out, you know. It's It's mostly older folks. The house next door to me is about to sell to more older folks, which is nice for me because it is just dead silent. You know, if there's any noise on my street, it's a leaf blower or a lawnmower. That's it, man. It's awesome. But
That's
then
nice.
again, we do have the somebody commutes from either like central Idaho or like Pullman area with a small plane and they fly directly over my house at like 5 a.m. every day. So that's a little bit annoying. But other
And
than that, it's fine.
that's kind of like mind-boggling for me to be like, oh, there's somebody out there they're just flying to work every day. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take my plane to work.
Yeah, exactly.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. You know, when we were driving back from Kansas over spring break, and we were driving through Nebraska, and we're going through these beautiful rolling hills, and it's crop fields around us and stuff, and it's early morning or late morning, early afternoon, and we see somebody out crop dusting or spraying the water over the crops, whatever.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's crop dusting or if it's a different term, but whatever. He's in this little plane, and so there's no cars in front of us or behind us. So I'm like, slowing down when he's getting close and stuff like that, and speeding up, trying to catch up to him and stuff like that. And like towards the end, he notices us, so he just goes and like disappears. And we're up on this hill, and we kind of like slow down, and he just comes right over us, over the trees, and goes right
Nice.
on top of us. And oh my god, my boys loved it. Even the baby was like, "Wow, what's going on?" Everybody was just freaking out.
For
Like,
a
yeah,
second, I thought you were gonna say you had the top down or something, and he comes over with a bunch of like weed killer, just sprays it all over you.
no. He was just slowing down, speeding up to get by him. So it
Oh,
was
okay, good.
was directly over us. My oldest son Dallin, he's got his head up to the window, just wow.
That's
And
awesome.
he's gonna remember that forever. He's gonna absolutely remember it forever. So it's cool. I love
Yeah,
those
when
rural
I was a
areas,
kid, we
man.
used to park at the end of the runway at Boeing. Payne Field and Boeing in Everett is near where I grew up, and we just park right at the end of the runway. And they would come down, like in Wayne's World, where they
Oh
just lay
right.
on the hood. Okay, here it comes. Ah! Like that. It was awesome.
That's cool. See, we've got a little local airport over by us, or little private helicopters will take off, and little planes and stuff like that. And it sucks. Right before COVID happened, the Chicago Air and Water Show, which some people have heard about, it's pretty popular. Just Air and Water Show over Lake Michigan. Blue Angels come out, and there's a whole weekend long show. And
Mhm.
pre-COVID, they used to have everybody come and take off from this little airport right in town. And my in-laws, their backyard, the yard is open, and then there's a church, and then it's the road, and there's the airport. So they used to just go and sit in the backyard and watch everybody take off and come back and stuff. They wouldn't need to go all the way into the city for the traffic. They're not watching the stunts and stuff, but every once in a while, they would go act and do the different acrobatics and stuff. But
Awesome.
it's pretty cool. But yeah, man.
You ever have the Goodyear blimp come by?
What's up?
You look outside and you have the Goodyear blimp coming by.
I haven't seen the blimp down this far. That's normally a little bit closer to the city. You know what? Though I do notice a lot. I don't think it's our airport. I think there's another one a little bit further south. But I always see the little biplanes that have the big like banners on the back of them, like advertisements.
Oh,
They
sure.
always take off and they fly over us heading to the city, and then we see them coming back later on.
Yeah, that was big in Seattle.
You guys had a Chinese spy balloon fly over.
Chinese spy balloon.
Yeah, there's been a couple of those lately, I guess. I think there was one over the Great Lakes too. I don't think it was down as far as me. If Chicagoans,
Oh, I heard about that one. The Great Lakes one. It was like a $12 science experiment, and they shot two $400,000 missiles at it.
So dumb.
I
Oh
think they
man.
got it.
Oh, it's so funny. Just like I'm curious what was going on in the world that we didn't need to know about while we were all looking up for balloons.
Definitely not Ukraine.
Oh man. We don't mess around in Minnesota. That's right. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Easy Rockhound. The neighbor behind you calls the fire department when you have a fire in your fire pit. I'd be filing complaints for waste of resources every time they make one of those calls. Like, oh my gosh, I can't stand that. Do you happen to be on TikTok and recording your neighbor wars? Because a lot of people do that and make money.
People get really upset about fires here because it's a legitimate problem. It's horrible, man.
I it into a place like Washington, but I don't know. AZ Rockhound, I'm assuming you're in Arizona. There's a lot of sand out there, Oh, HOAs. I will never move into an HOA. Never.
Nope.
No thanks. Nope. I'm a little too confrontational for that.
My coworker lives in one, and they wouldn't let him have security cameras or a dog. Like, he had a pit bull, and he had to get rid of his pit bull.
Man, forget that.
Yeah.
Oh, dang HOAs. That's crazy. Well,
so you don't think you're going to get your Pokemon, huh?
So what?
What does the tracking number say that your Pokemon order?
Oh, no, I'm good. It came.
Oh, nice.
I was concerned at first because everything started getting crazy. Which, yeah, I guess I can mention that. Most likely tomorrow night, guys. Most of you guys know I'm a rock nerd, but I'm also a Pokemon nerd. My wife is a Harry Potter nerd. So we've talked about for the past few weeks, but coming most likely tomorrow, maybe Tuesday night. Heather's first day off of work tomorrow after working the weekend. But I have got a sealed case that's like this big of 9 tins from a certain Pokemon set. I won't go too far into that. But basically, this certain tin is known to have an error variation of some cards that I'm trying to collect. So it's a 25 card set, and I currently have 7 out of the 25. So I'm going to be opening up a bunch of Pokemon packs, trying to find some error cards. And Heather has got a Lego set from Harry Potter that she's going to be putting together as well. So we're kind of
nice
talking, chilling. She's opened up packs with me in the past. We initially were going to have her open up some vintage Harry Potter stuff, vintage Wizards of the Coast type things, but thinking about it, that's probably something we'd rather keep sealed, and she didn't seem too thrilled about doing the opening up cards. So I'm like, why don't you just get like some Legos and still hang out on the stream with me? So she was much more excited about it. So we're going to be
as we've talked about, I'm a baseball card nerd.
Oh, yeah.
I recently got some cards graded. Right here, we got a Aaron Judge 62 home run, Gem Mint 10 Topps card there.
Sweet.
The Mariners finally have a really good rookie. J-Rod, Julio Rodriguez, rookie of the year last year. Thinking about sending that one in.
J-Rod's back?
It's got the offensive signage even, Corona, right there.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But you were talking about, leaving them sealed or breaking them or whatever. So I had a bad experience with that. Probably the most well-known baseball card of all time is the 1989 Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. And I've had the set, so I thought, I'm just going to crack it open. Well, I cracked it open, and it got me a 4 out of 10, which is very, very disappointing. So a Gem Mint 10 of this is worth, I don't know, a couple $100. But I got a 4 for no apparent reason, which is really terrible. I'm sad about it.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. So yeah, sometimes it pays to just keep your stuff sealed, It would have been worth way more.
I've got a couple things I've got that I'm keeping sealed. There's one box that I was lucky enough to find at retail when it dropped, but 2020 or 2021 was the 25th anniversary for Pokemon. So there was the Celebrations set. So it was a reprint. It was a small set, a 50 card set. Actually, the set that I'm chasing tomorrow. 50 card, and they reprinted some of like the most sought after Pokemon cards from back in the day. So they reprinted like the base set Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, a couple other cards. So they had an ultra premium collection box which retailed for like $119.99, and I found one for retail, and I flew there. I was chilling at a Target after like 5 hours waiting on a restock. And then one of the other dudes was like, I'm going to call the GameStop and see if they have any. And I was sitting next to the dude, and he called, and he was like, yeah, we have one. And the dude looked at me, and he was like, "I've already got 2 of them." And I'm like, "Boop, gone." I ran out of Target. I flew to GameStop, and I drove, and I pulled in just as like 3 other cars pulled in behind me because they were on the phone talking to people, and they won't hold it for anybody. But it was a hot box that they knew nobody was going to find it. And I actually only got it because this was 2 days after it dropped. And corporate had gone to that store because all of their boxes went missing. And the box that I got was hidden by an employee up in the tiles in the ceiling in the storage room. And the dude was, as I walked in, the dude was getting chewed out by the GM or the corporate guy. And then the manager was like, "Yep, we just found this in the ceiling. Here you go." And I gave him my money. I'm like, "Sayonara, I'm out of here." But it also came with, I don't know if you're familiar with like the base set Charizard artwork, just standard. They made a metal card. First time they've done it since the old school Burger King metal cards, but they made a metal print of the base set Charizard and of a base set Pikachu. So there was a bunch of exclusives that came in the box, and I have another one now still sealed. But right now the retail on it is like $430 now, and it's been 2 years. It's gone up $300. So I'm like, that one's just gonna stay sealed for however long. Should give it a couple of years, and I think even like the projection, I mean, nobody really knows, but they're projected to be worth like 10 grand by the next 25 anniversary. So like if I kept the seal for 25 years, kept it clean and stuff like that, then it could potentially be worth that. But if you don't use that, there's an app called Collector, which you can track Pokemon cards, and I think baseball and stuff like that too. And it'll show you like market values, and you can put your whole collection in, and it'll show you what it's worth, and every day it changes and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the big difference between like baseball cards, well, any sports cards and collectible cards is you don't really have to worry so much about like a player declining in value. Like say a baseball player starts to do terrible, gets kicked off, whatever, gets traded, he's done, that card's going to go down in value. Pokemon, it's just 100% based on collector's value, right?
Yeah.
Huge difference. Huge difference. Same with Marvel cards. I know there's a lot of sweet Marvel cards out there where it's not like, all of a sudden Spider-Man's going to go down in value.
Right.
Like, why would that happen?
Gonna happen.
And then
yeah,
any industry, you got to deal with the scalpers, dude. Like people see value in stuff and they just buy it just to resell. Like they don't even care about it. It's like I also collect vinyl records. And with Record Store Day, they release a very limited amount of vinyl records. And, a bunch of guys my age out there going and buying Taylor Swift. It's like, dude, you're not listening to Taylor Swift for sure. You're just reselling that. It's exactly what's happening, man.
I can't stand it. I can't.
It's outrageous.
Scalping is terrible. Last thing I'll say on cars, and then kind of get back to the rocks. But somebody just came out and made the absolute most stupid decision in the entire world. This person was a former Pokemon employee, worked in the packaging department and stuff like that. And this person stole what's projected or estimated to be over $1 million worth of full art, like the chase cards, basically, of Pokemon. And this dude decided to bring all of these cards in. That literally, if you look at the statistics, there's a pile of like a Gengar alternate art that I think retails around $300. The odds of pulling that card are like 1 in 1,200 packs. And this dude had about 700 copies of that card. He's hundreds of copies. He literally brought $1 million worth of card and put it down in this local card shop. And it was like, I want to sell all this. And they're like,
that's stolen.
No way. You literally would have had to open millions of packs to have these cards. And he's like, I used to work for Pokemon. And they're like, wait a second. And so there's a huge investigation into it now. But there's the 2 sets that he mainly took the cards from, like Fusion Strike. That's a set I personally decided not to ever chase when I saw the early videos on how difficult it was. And another set, Evolving Skies, which Evolving Skies is the highest value current like modern Pokemon set. There's one card in it, an Umbreon alternate art card that right now is valued close to $800 raw. Just the card. And that's one of the cards that this dude sat there and had a couple hundred copies of. This card 5 months ago when I was trying to get a copy of it was valued around $400. It's almost doubled now. And I'm like, I'm not going to get that one.
Wow.
But I told and I was joking with her. I was like, hey, you remember that card I was trying to buy for around $400? And she's like, yeah, I remember that. And I'm like, yeah, you want to see what it's worth right now? And she's like, what? And I showed her it was almost $800. She's like, maybe I should let you buy that card. And I was like, don't you get that? She's like, no, we didn't have the money. I'm like, yeah, of course not. Never let me spend $100 on a card. That's just impulse talking. But like, it's
Have
nuts.
they started numbering those yet, or do they just go by like noted print runs?
Just it goes by the rarity. It's not anything like a 1 of 100. I think there's some talk. They're redoing a lot of different things. They just restructured like how the packs are and stuff like that. So there's a lot of different things happening with it. So like they're bringing back a Dark Charizard.
Oh,
the
wow.
next iteration. They haven't had a Dark Charizard since Team Rocket Returns. That was like 2004. I think the first Dark Charizard was like 01 or 2000. So there's a lot of crazy stuff happening with it. But
yeah, I feel like numbering's a game changer. It really is, because then you know exactly how many there are, right?
Yeah, they should really do it, especially after stuff like that. So I think that'll be a big driving factor for them to make a decision like that, is things like this are starting to happen. And
Awesome.
it's just because they went from printing like millions of cards in a year. Then like last year they came out and said like we're printing 1 billion cards this year. And I had a fairly substantial sealed collection, and I would say was worth roughly $800 of just different sealed product from different sets that I had all nice and packaged away, just that was going to get put up and wasn't thought of. And overnight, that value went down to right around $125.
I bet.
And like, and it wasn't going to be going up anytime soon. So I mean, I had a night where I sat and opened like a few hundred packs, and eventually with the cards I ended up pulling and stuff like that, I broke even on the value. But it was stuff like that happens where they can just decide, all right, this set that's got, they could do that to Evolving Skies, that one that's got the almost $800 card. If they decide one day, hey, we're going to do a heavy reprint, it's just going to go right back down to you. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, 2023 Topps Baseball, for any of you baseball collectors out there, they printed 1 million of each base card. 1 million. So a player's base card, just paper, 1 million of them out there. Basically worthless. It's terrible.
Crazy. All right. Do you have any other specimens you wanna show us?
Sure.
Let's see.
Don't know what kind of turquoise that is, but that was sent to me by Sunny Gems, Lapidary Dave's friend. Not sure what I want to do with it. He's got kind of a half polish going on. Not sure how deep that goes in, but yeah, I might do something with that turquoise. Maybe make a couple more cabs. It's my favorite local specimen. A couple little quartz crystals. The focus on this camera is terrible. It's much better the other way around.
Well, you have the option to flip it around. That icon in the top right corner is to flip it if you need to.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself here. It's a nice calcite clam sent to me by my friend Morgan. This is from the Tidelands of Washington. I believe it's UV reactive. Let me check that out.
Ooh, look at that monster UV light. Holy moly.
UV beast, baby.
Nice.
It's kind of hard to tell, but just glows and glows and glows. Love me some calcite.
It's going to react.
Favorite specimen of all time, and this is definitely not going to show up very good. That sucks. We'll have to do this another time. That is a mosquito in amber, although you can hardly tell.
Awesome.
I'll post some photos of that later.
How'd you come by that one?
Did you buy Gem Show. Yeah, I bought it at a Gem Show.
What did that run you?
Shit, that was like 20 years ago. I probably paid $15 for it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I saw them at the last Gem Show I went, so they're out there.
Probably a very different price nowadays.
Yes. Chunk of turquoise with amethyst crystal pocket. Part of my gross fingers. I've been working on the lap, and they are absolutely destroyed. I was going to mention that I'm tumbling a batch of Crowley Ridge agates.
Oh, nice.
Like if you watch Will Bond or BJ, Gravel Bar Hopper, Crowley Ridge agates. They come from Missouri and they travel down the Mississippi River and get all tumbled. Beautiful fortifications.
Is Gravel Bar, is he back on YouTube yet, or is he still only on TikTok?
I have not seen him on YouTube in a while. No. Have not
Yeah,
seen him around.
I'm gonna look and see. I'm curious.
So about a year ago, I bought 4 pounds of Botswana agates because they're absolutely beautiful, but they're huge. And if you just tumble it like that, you know, it's going to look cool, but you're not really going to get all the banding. So been slowly just cutting, slicing them. And they are killer.
Yeah,
Botswana agates are definitely my favorite. Super crazy fortifications.
Oh, dude, yeah, he's
Botswana's.
been away for 17 months. He hasn't posted on YouTube.
Oh,
Dang.
wow. Time flies.
Right, October 11th, 2021 was his last upload, man. I know I haven't seen him on TikTok a whole lot.
So my very first video, I think I won his either 100th or 1,000th subscriber giveaway. And that's where I got those Crowleys.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of them. That's cool.
I guess maybe I'll give you a little run through on the rock shelf I have over here.
Oh, heck yeah, Greg. Yeah, if you want at this point, you can flip it around and use your back camera now.
You got it. Just the arrows there?
Yeah, there you go. And it'll flip around.
Sweet.
Bada bang. And just zoom in on or pinch your portion of the screen and you can zoom in.
Got it. This is a beautiful piece here from Marlena Atkins she sent me. It's like a little sword wire wrap with garnets.
Oh, he's actively posting on Facebook. Right on.
There's a megalodon tooth there from my guy, let's see, Wild Kyle. Wild Kyle sent that to me.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. This is the coolest wire wrap I've ever seen in my life. This is made by Redheady Dready Girl. It's titanium and silver. It's got an opal and aquamarine.
Before? Was that Redheaded Drive? Or was that somebody
Yep.
different?
Yeah, Redheady Dready Girl.
Right on. I think they had it out. I think they're out right now. Oh, Jeff,
Really cool opal. It's Ethiopian.
Oh, dude, that's pretty. Dude, Chris, make sure you send him that video of that opal you cut for your friend or at the club. That one was sick. Or make
I
it
got
short.
my Dundee Award there. 1,000 subs.
I love it.
This guy, Tyler Thrasher on Instagram, he takes shells and he coats them in some solution and grows crystals on them. Let's see if I could get a... There we go. It's like a snail shell. Crystals. Awesome.
Cool.
What else do I got? One of my favorite finds there. Waterline agate with druzy and a couple of calcite ROMs.
Ooh.
Got a thunder egg from Jared. Some Dugways. Thing of garnets. Another Dugway. Some fossils.
Ooh, is that an oyster in the back?
Brachiopod.
To the left of it, is that an oyster?
That one right there, yep.
Sweet.
Or a mussel.
A mussel? Cool.
Yeah, it looks like an oyster. I think an oyster.
I got an oyster from the California oyster beds that kind of looks like that.
Oh, nice. I think Lisa sent me that one. I have the other half. You have the other half of that one, right?
Yes, sir.
Some dendrites there.
Hiya!
Oh, yep.
Look at that.
Awesome. Yep, that is the other part, huh? It's matching.
There it is.
That's cool.
I love this thing.
I got a crab concretion right here. Someday I'll work this Mam Lambo style.
I was gonna say you got to go full Mam Lambo on it.
Yeah, but it's in there.
Oh, look at the red on that, dude. That's wicked.
That's some kind of fossil with an agatized core. Possibly some kind of limb cast. I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
Other good stuff in there. Some really cool local calcite.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Polishes up pretty nice too. Some tubes. More calcite. That one there's from Travis.
Oh, wow.
Some
Travis, where'd you find that one?
more calcite there. And almost all this stuff, I'm sure some of you recognize, just given to me, sent to me. If you ask people to send you rocks, they will send you rocks.
They really will. Especially if you got rocks to send them to.
Yep. Some crystals, got some smokies going on there. Got this from my buddy Curtis, this guy.
Man.
This thing has 13 terminations on each side.
Jeez, dude, that is wicked.
Yeah.
Where's that from?
Probably South America.
Dude, oh man.
But I think it's my favorite piece. It
That
is really cool.
I love that, like, the edges of the facets or the faces are like a little bit darker. That's so cool.
Yeah. That's a beautiful
That's
piece. It's amethyst. This is my very first piece of amethyst I bought from a rock show when I was younger. Pretty much got me kind of into rock hounding.
Awesome.
More amethyst. More amethyst. And of course, the big one back there. This is from Mike, Kentucky. Amethyst geode.
Yeah.
Both halves. Even has a little citrine going on in there.
And they say you can't find amethyst in Kentucky.
Dude, it's there.
It's
there. It's just rare.
It's not. It won't be as vibrant, but
Still pretty.
I've got one I cut. It's sitting over there in a bin. That one's. Oh wow.
You recognize that? That's from Mike.
Oh yeah.
Kentucky agate. Kentucky agate there. Big old crazy piece of calcite. So my intentions are I'm going to get a black light for this lower shelf.
Nice.
Really cool thunder egg there with some calcite inside. First piece of fluorite that I ever polished in the flat lap. That right there is some ruby zoisite.
Oh, nice.
That came from the rock dad, Sean McNary, the Spokane Rock Rollers Club. He gave me that. Got a septarian nodule from Jim Yowney. It's pretty cool. It's probably my best native artifact here. It's a big old, it almost looks like a Clovis point. Sent to me by my friend Kate S. in Ontario.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
looks
from
really
Ontario.
old.
That's awesome.
Some petrified wood, which glows like crazy. I want to glows like crazy.
That's pretty sick.
This piece here, that is a native artifact. It's petrified wood that's been shipped out into like a blade or a scraper.
Oh, that's wicked.
Yeah, pretty sharp too. More petrified wood. Some smoky quartz there from Theo Kellison. Good dude. If you ever go to Billings, definitely look up Theo. He'll be happy to give you a tour of his shop. Some fossils here from my buddy digging Appalachia, Jesse. Some brachiopods there. Big old brachiopod right there. Some really crazy looking stuff. Got a chunk of coal. It's a really cool fossil. It's got some crazy textures on it. See if I could get a better picture. I think it's from Pennsylvania.
I was gonna
Got
ask
almost
for
like a like a dragon scale type of. There you go. Yeah, Pennsylvania through South Carolina. That's where he's at. Some weird breccia. And a replica Bigfoot cast.
Oh, that's awesome.
Replica of a Sasquatch cast in Bluff Creek, California, 1957.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I got a whole nother set of stuff out in the shop. This is just stuff in my office, but lots of books, baseball cards, Bigfoot stuff.
Is that a birthday cupcake up there?
It is. Yep. So that was from my Ragnar 1-year anniversary.
Oh, awesome.
Still hanging out.
Sweet.
Big old crazy chunk of quartzite. It's kind of like a dinosaur egg. Shout out to my friend Kent. Local dude. Good guy. He lives right on the Spokane River. He's nice enough to let me go out there and fish off his property one of these days. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's my giant monitor. There you guys are, right there.
Holy.
It's my record player. Original Who poster. More rocks. Yeah, that's what we got going on. That's the office. Still no pictures up, but I got a pile of them here. I just need to figure out which ones to put up on the wall, but otherwise it's all rocks.
Hey, man. Right on.
How far do we go over here?
No, we're not too bad. I think we wanted to wrap it at 90 minutes, so I think if we had you bounce out now, that give Chris just a couple minutes to say anything, and we'll kick him out. It don't matter if we go over a little bit, I think. But yeah, if that's everything you got for us, man, is there anybody who's watching now that's got any questions for Jeremiah? Yeah, man. So let's see. Yeah, Jackie, there's no time limits. I will ask you one. You normally ask, everybody what was the main thing that got you into rockhounding? I know you said early on you bought a little piece of amethyst at a gem show, and that kind of bit you a little bit. Is that the main thing, or?
No, so before that, I have a little video on my main YouTube page. It's kind of like just a brief explanation of what got me into it. Gold, man. Gold.
Right on.
Gold prospecting, man. I used to get up every Saturday morning, and this was probably in the late 80s, I would say. Every Saturday morning at 7, they would have the Gold Prospectors Association of America Gold Rush show. Teach me all about gold prospecting. I joined the club, got my first gold pin, which I still have. And then after that show was the paintball championships. Those are my two favorite shows of all time, paintball and gold prospecting. So yeah, after the gold prospecting, eventually got me into garnets. Got a big ass garnet right here. Gold went to garnets. Garnets are way easier to find than gold. And now, agates are way easier to find than garnets. So here we are.
So we've got a couple people asking, what is the blue thing in the box behind you? To me, it looks like a rag on top of a container. Yeah, you were
just that's just my light box. So that's just like the gloves, and got a bag or a thing of tumbled Indiana agates and a couple like lazy Susans that like turn around so I could get like good photos.
Sweet.
So yeah, it's just a little photo box. It's very handy. Definitely recommend getting one of those. Pretty cheap on Amazon, but you could take some really nice photos with those.
Everybody was trying to guess what kind of blue rock it was. It's just a rag.
Oh yeah, blue rocks, man.
Don't forget
Tell
the
ya. There's a reason. There's a reason people like turquoise. I'm telling you, that blue just brings you in, man.
It's pretty. It's pretty. I think here. I'm gonna grab one. This is one of my nicest ones I got. It's got some blue in it. Where is it hiding?
Yeah, it really shows you how rare blue is, considering I don't have anything blue up there. I guess I'm gonna have to fix that.
Right, I've got a piece here that's one of the only. Hold on, turn this around. Oh, I can't turn my flash on. But if you can see, hold up. Wait a second. Got a light. But that's all blue quartz inside of there.
Oh wow.
You know what? Hold on.
It almost looks like garnets. That's crazy.
It's a non-workable piece, but this is a lanite from Texas. Let's get on the sun.
Wow.
So that's blue quartz. Except yeah, that host rock is no good for much.
How are you not tempted to slice that?
I am very tempted to slice it, but I don't know how strong it is. I don't want it to crumble, so I don't know.
Just take a little off the end there.
Right. See what's going on. Yeah, it's some pretty stuff. That's for sure. And while we're out here, kind of show the garden again. I don't think Jackie was here when I came out before, but yeah, we got carrots are gonna come in there. This is gonna be romaine lettuce. Oh, look at the little baby coming. This is my spinach. That's gonna be bunching onions. Those are zucchini plants. This is gonna be the sweet peppers. Boston pickling cucumbers. I don't know what's going on with those leaves. Didn't do too well after the rain, but and then we got some snap peas. They kind of got destroyed by some crazy thunder. That's all the dirt and gravel I had to move. And then
Oh wow.
over here is where all my little peppers are kind of starting to pop in.
Do you got to worry about slugs there?
No, not really. Not too common where I'm at. My kale's I'm gonna make a nicer garden box for my kale, so I'm just kind of letting it do its thing. But then we got a raspberry bush and a blueberry bush, so we're gonna get out
Nice.
and then yeah, not too
Looking
shabby.
good, man.
It took me quite a while to to get all it done because all that was underneath here and it was so not good. But I mulched all around, but I laid out cardboard and then laid down plastic and then mulched, so I shouldn't have any weeds coming in. These are different types of flowers that Heather's got going, so I don't know. They're starting to come in. That one looks big. I don't know what that one's gonna be. But
Oh wow.
and then yeah, we had this tower over here, but the inclement weather last night kind of knocked it down. So I think we're gonna kind of just like brush it back along and just kind of see what happens because there's a bunch of different types of flowers in there. So we're just gonna kind of see what happens and go from there.
Looks good, man.
But that's been my spring so far. And in the past, I've tried to do some nice things like that, but I always get sidetracked with rockhounding and stuff. So this year, we're getting everything done before we're getting out and doing the rockhounding. So once that comes around, we're good.
Awesome.
Drop it and try and break a piece. Oh no, Jackie. What if it all breaks? What if it crumbles? All right.
Check out this chunk of petrified wood. It's got a knot in there.
Oh wow,
Isn't that cool?
that's pretty wicked.
Might try to make some cabs.
I was gonna ask you what's last question for you. What's your favorite piece that you've got in your collection? Like hands down, like if your house was burning down, everybody was safe, every person and living thing was safe inside, but you only had time to go back and grab one rock or one specimen, one fossil, what would it be?
Oh, dude, you saw it. That Smoky with
The
its
Smoky?
13 terminations. Dude,
That,
for sure.
that thing is wicked. That thing is
Yeah.
really
I
for sure.
definitely didn't find it for sure, but I don't know. It's still my favorite.
Sweet. Sweet, sweet. Any last second questions from anybody hanging out? If not, I think we're gonna get Chris back over here, and then we'll start.
Sounds good. Just want to say thanks for having me. It's been fun. I definitely like to be on with you again, and we could talk maybe more about gardening and collectibles. And
Yeah, man.
I don't know. It feels like we just skimmed the surface.
Yeah, for sure. I just have
But
to
I'll be happy to come on anytime. Just let me know, man.
Yeah, dude, for sure. When I think once everybody gets back into the swing of things a little bit more, a whole new podcast, right? That was my thing, and I'm like, maybe we do something different, just the collectors cast or something.
I totally agree. It'd be fun.
Collectibles coaching, yeah, I'd totally be doing that. I'm down. Shoot, let me know, man.
Awesome.
But yeah, I don't think. Yeah, last second. Anybody else? Any other questions? Otherwise, I think for you to head out, you just hit the X and then you back out, and we wrap after that. And I'll go through and I'll edit the description and I'll tag you in it and stuff, so people will kind of. I think I still got to go do that for Travis's because we didn't want to spoil the surprise. But I think that looks like it's good. So man, we appreciate you hanging out. Maybe next time we do it, we'll have it where Chris is hosting, and you and him can sit and chat if we're gonna do Rock Talk, or we'll definitely have to sit and put our minds together. I'm totally game for doing like a random day of the week, like just a random collectors podcast to just sit and talk about cards. You know, I'm totally game for that.
Might as well. Yeah, that'd be fun.
So, other than that, man, I appreciate you. I hope you have a good day. I hope that garden treats you well. I hope you get out and get some good fishing in too, man. It's great to see you. I'm sure the folks are glad to hear from you, and always glad to hear that you're focusing on you and the mental state in the family, man. Too many people I talk to them, and I'm sure you've talked to them too. The people that are content creators, and they're just so stressed out. Like, I gotta get this, and this is going on. Like, back up a little bit, man. Just wash your hands of it, enjoy it. Just so that's where the good content comes from, and that's where the week get weeded out. So
that's it.
Take the time you need. We're here. Whatever the content is, even if you come back just tumbling, man. We're all down for it. So
great to see
you, and looking forward to seeing and hearing from you again soon.
All right. See you later, Tyler. Go Mariners. West Coast.
All right. He's popping out. Da, da, da. It's a little frozen. We'll get Chris in here in just a moment, and we'll wrap. Unless Chris isn't able to rejoin, then I'll wrap it up. It'll just be. Says Max Guest. He may not be fully out yet. It looks like he's a little frozen, so we'll just give him a moment. I might have to remove him. Oh, okay. Hold on. Remove guest. Oh, I forgot I can do that. Ah. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, I think it did too. Sweet. Yeah, I had to get you out of there.
No worries. Is that another one watching?
Chris is back. Sorry, we got a little off topic.
Oh no, all good. Sitting there watching, enjoying. I was just waiting for more of the rocks. I'm like, rocks. But I wasn't gonna yell it in the chat. I was just like, rocks. Show me rocks.
I've never noticed that scar on my head before.
I was like, on mine, where?
Oh, like I've got a weird light on it this way, and I'm like, oh, whoa, what the heck? I don't remember getting hit there. That's probably why I don't remember.
So, related to what Ragnar was showing here, check out. It's probably, probably from the same area. It's my Smoky multi-point, but it's a scepter.
That's got some striking similarities.
Yeah, let me clip my mic on here. But yeah, a lot of the ones from there are actually double terminated, just like his, but this one was a scepter. The scepters obviously tend to sell for a little more. Scepters and double terminated both sell for a little more than traditional crystals, like single point crystals. So the little double terminated he has in this one are nice little twins, I'm guessing, from the same type area. It's hard to show this one without getting the camera just right, but it actually has a phantom in it as well, like the most
Oh,
light phantom. In one or two of the Smokies, somewhere in there, there's like little phantoms.
that's awesome.
And while I was watching you guys, I was just sitting here playing with these and deciding what to do. And I actually picked out the cab I think I'm going to put in the silver setting. And I took this putty, put it in there to make the shape, pulled it out
Ooh,
to then draw the shape. So I'm going
that
to do that Riviera plume in the
really,
silver, I think.
heck yeah, that's gonna be pretty.
After I cut the oval out, we'll see which side I choose. I kind of was thinking this side would be face up. That almost...
See, I don't know. I think honestly, either side would look pretty. I do like
Yeah.
the first side, but that second side isn't bad.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of room to get the oval, so I think once I get the oval cut, I'll play with it and put it in there both ways. If I had to actually make this custom shape and use the putty to get it in there, because it's not a perfect oval, this was a handmade one that someone did that I picked up for $7.50. It was not $75.
Yeah.
It's $7.50. But it is pure silver. So that'll be one of my first metalworking ones. But yeah, I don't know. What else was there anything else we wanted to chat about? There was actually a couple things you guys talked about that I was like, oh, I have something to say, and then I forgot.
Um.
I should have written it down. Oh, yeah, BJ Lamar, Gravel Bar Hopper, he's been posting on Facebook. He's not been on YouTube for some reason.
Yeah, I think he initially made the switch. He started YouTube and then he rocked out on TikTok for a bit, and then I think TikTok started doing good for him and he hung out over there. Well, that's good. I didn't know he was on Facebook, but I haven't seen a lot of like
I don't
Rockhound,
know.
like the full videos. It's just like the little silly TikTok ones, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if he does like a public page on Facebook or if it's just friends. I'm just friends with him on there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually not sure if it might be a public page. I'm not on Facebook much ever. There it is. Boom.
Oh, that's pretty.
I just want to show these one more time because they were in a box before, but I went and pulled them out. And then there was the really big one. I love the huge chunks of tourmaline in it. Look, even the tourmaline took a nice polish. So I discovered something while watching you guys. I was sitting here playing with this one, and I knew it had the full spectrum going from here to up here and whatnot. But I was playing with it and I flipped it over. So this is the epoxy they put on for cutting it. So that can grind off. There's just a little layer of epoxy and some stuff that was on there to hold it down. But this flash goes all the way through. Do you see that?
Oh yeah, I see. Oh wow.
So
It's
this
probably
thick rock can get a few slabs. That right there too will have color.
wow.
This one could get quite a few slabs, and I wonder how deep that color goes there. Could probably get a bunch of calves out of this. I mean, even the whole thing, everything has color.
Heck yeah, dude! I can't wait to start playing with some of this stuff. I need to get a blade and I need to get that wheel.
Yeah, I'm sending you, I don't know, I think I got 38 pounds total. I'm going to probably send you most of it. Prepare for 30 pounds of rock.
I need all the extra money I had kind of got used up with the garden and getting all that together. So hopefully,
All my extra money went to pulling my teeth.
I don't know. I don't think we've experimented with tumbling it. I would anticipate it having a similar response to like a Labradorite tumble, but I don't know. I haven't held it yet, so I'm not sure. That's a good
Oh,
question.
this is really solid material. This is some of the most solid feldspar I've handled. That's why they use it for countertops.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I was gonna say that's my thinking. If it's gonna be a countertop, it's gotta be hard. So
yeah. I mean, it holds up with his giant saw cutting these thin slices and stuff, you know. So, yeah. Solid, soft to a point, but solid.
sweet.
Let's see.
Send some to Ragnar or have a tumble it.
Yeah.
Or I'll send him some of the stuff for me because I'm waiting on some material from Mike to get a box up to him because he's gonna go by, I don't know. He said either Jared or somebody else, and he's gonna slab that big Missouri crazy lace agate. Yeah, let me grab it.
Mm. Yeah, I'm going to Utah as mentioned. But I go stop by and see my uncle and see what he's doing at the whole setting up his sphere machine and stuff.
I meant to ask you, is that the uncle that lives out there by your mom?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at this thing.
Yeah.
Anything for it.
So wait, show me the side. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you wanted that slabbed up the long way. Oh, okay, yeah, Jeremiah says he can cut that. Yeah, I was gonna say, because that's the kind of rock this guy said he can cut. A big flat one like that, he could totally cut with and the computer would just get like as thin of slabs as you want. Could just like slab it up.
Yeah, no, Jeremiah and I had already talked about it.
Yeah. Oh no, I forgot you said that was what you're talking about sending to him. Yeah. That's amazing. Plus, for this guy to cut stuff, like he can try and clamp it in with other wood and rocks and stuff, but for a lot of stuff, it's just easiest for him to throw epoxy on it, like this. You know, it has an epoxy and a fabric layer. It's like that's the best way to describe it. It's like a fabric kind of lattice that he puts on with the epoxy, and it holds it down while he cuts it. Oh wow, those bands are amazing.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a pretty big piece.
Fine, let me grab something.
Very, very pretty.
Oh, well, I can't grab the other one I wanted because it's under I don't have anywhere to set those rocks right now. It's under that 30 pounds of stone. I don't have anywhere to set it to the side, but when I go to Utah, I'm going to try and get a little more of this. But this is that kind of stuff hoping to see my uncle make spheres out of. Can you imagine spheres like this? It would look like a planet like Jupiter.
Oh, dude, that'd be pretty wicked, man.
Yeah, and it's the one that it has all in the UV. Oh my gosh. Let me go grab my UV light. I don't know why I didn't have that out for the podcast.
Ooh, you know what, Chris? Don't do it, Tyler. Don't do it. Don't do it, but I don't want to do it. But maybe out of the way. Oh yeah. I do have another big chunk of crazy lace. But this was technically the first one I found, and I was undecided if I wanted to cut it or not. But this is gonna have some crazy glue in it.
No, don't cut it up. I've got others, and I can get others.
I'm gonna use my hand sanitizer to wet it.
We can get one that wasn't the first one you found.
What am I in here putting stinking? What? Come on. I just come out here into the sun. Grandma.
Couldn't find my black light. Got it finally. Forgot I put it in my backpack.
Look at these. Get out of here! Yeah.
More of those bees.
Yeah. Dang, carpenter bees. Look at this is what they do. They bore holes into my deck.
Yep.
And then they
They're
lay
horrible.
eggs, and then they get their grubs, and then the woodpeckers come and tear my stuff up.
Maybe I'll find some of this while I'm out in Utah. Go dig some of this up. It's phosphorescent too. The glow lingers. That'll make some cool spheres though in the UV reaction. Like a crazy gas planet. Too bright in here now to show the phosphorettes. It's like the lingering glow, but
Hard to see. But there is banding in this rind too. It's just really, really dirty.
Oh.
But it's just a big old ball of agate. This side too.
Well, I've got like the big one, like the big haunted bridge chunk you sent me.
Yeah, see, that's the thing though. This one is from that one's from the secondary location, so that one would cut better than the first one. I don't know. I'm back and forth on it. I mean, I can always get down there again and find more, but I really like that piece though. So
Yeah.
I give it a year or so, and I'll probably decide to cut it. Oh, it is hot. Hot. Let's see what temperature. 84 degrees. And rain starting soon. Ugh.
Yeah, 75 here, and we're about to go. I can't say the words, but we're gonna WALK the DOGs in just a minute. So.
Yeah, I gotta get the boys up soon. 4:07. Woo!
See, I can't wait till it's that warm. I love it when it's 80, just in the 80s. I don't really like it when it's in the high 80s or in the 90s, I guess.
It'd be a different thing if it wasn't humid because of all that rain we had yesterday. I don't mind 80. 80 degrees dry.
Yeah.
I'll eat all day. 80 degrees humid. No thanks.
That's why, honestly, when we were living in the Bay Area in California, it was one of the best ever. When we lived in Redwood City, it's 77 degrees year-round. Like every day, 77 degrees. Summer, winter, spring, fall, 77. There's like a slight fluctuation, but you can always wear the same clothes. It's great. Oh, John, how's it going?
John, what up, buddy?
A little bit late.
69 of Humboldt County. Yeah, I grew up in Humboldt Park. Y'all wouldn't love Humboldt Park. Give me that cold weather, Jackie. You could take the 84 and humid. Like I'm sweaty and getting itchy all over. I have to go in and take a shower. Throw off my whole routine. I normally shower before bed. Then I'm gonna get out of the shower and my brain's gonna be like sleepy time.
But we want to plan coming. Oh, that's one of the things I want to say. I had so many things I was trying to think of that you guys were talking about, and I knew I should have just taken notes. Collectibles co-stream. That's something you could do, and that you could just have other collectors on, like because you and Heather have been pulling stuff, and you could talk like have your collectibles and have people like Ragnar or anyone else who does collectible things, that's aside from the rocks, or rocks too if you want, but like actual collectible cards and trading things, and that's not a bad idea.
I like that.
Because I'm no.
Well, don't steal it.
No, I'm no.
No, not you specifically. I'm saying anybody else out there.
Ragnar's gonna do it. No, or rather, Captain Cortez. No, I am not a collector really of anything much anymore except some coins.
Jackie's been reading for like 3 days. That's a lot of reading, my friend. You might want to take a break.
probably a lot of words.
Right? I think we could do well with the collectibles. Anybody tries to say anything to me about hosting it, listen, my name from day one is Geo Cracker Collector, okay?
And collector.
And collector. Geo Cracker and Collector, all right? So that could be whatever I want it to be. And my description since the beginning has always talked about there being a potential for Pokemon. So, heck yeah, man. I'm definitely interested in that.
Right. Mine always said it was gold panning, gaming, turned rockhounding, and then lapidary, but oh, and coin collecting. You know, I started. That's actually some of my very first videos. I think before rockhounding might have been some coin stuff. I took a bunch of them down, but there's still a few of them up there. If you go back to my earliest ones.
Right? Sweet. Yeah, that'd be cool. If you guys would be interested in watching something like that, watching some Rockhounds talk about their collectibles that aren't rocks. Like I've got Pokemon, my wife's got Harry Potter, Ragnar's got basketball. There's different people that collect different things. Travis out there, he's also got a Pokemon collection as well. Everybody's got different things they collect. I think it's so cool. I love hearing about what people collect, why they collect it, because there's 9 times out of 10, it's not like somebody's just, I was bored, I just decided to start collecting something. You know, most of the time it's like, it's got sentimental value, or there's some reasoning behind it. You know, so Chris has got a massive collection of coins and bills and stuff like that.
Right. This is, other than a couple on the top, this is my star bills. Like, oh wait, that's not even all of them. Hold on. Oh, I've got another stack somewhere. I don't know where I put them at the moment. I was showing someone a whole bunch the other day.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. I'm willing to wager that the vast majority of rock hounds and rock collectors have some other sort of things they collect as well. Many people out there that are just rocks. Everybody else has got something, whether it's a small collection or a collection that's tucked away. Somebody at some point collected something else.
Right. These are coins from all around the world. Some U.S. coins. Everything over here is like 50-cent pieces and Morgan dollars and walking liberties. And some actually pretty nice and some rare. And some silver stacking coins.
Nice.
Got some different rare silvers or commemorative silvers and stuff. But I've also just got some really cool coins from all around the world. I actually want to make some of them into like rings. I watched this really cool channel. He takes random coins from around the world, like makes rings out of them.
Cool.
Like he punches a hole out of the middle, and then stretches and bends the metal to make it into a ring. It's really cool. For anyone who
people yelling at him that it's illegal.
See, but it's actually not. There's a big misconception. It's only illegal if you try and use it as tinder, and like, yeah, people yell about it all the time. These are all collectible, not just random, but like different airs and stuff, or silver of the bicentennials. I got rid of all the non-collectible ones, but I mean, I've got like a bag of buffalo nickels. I used to buy coins from the treasury. Like you could buy. Oh no, these are the wheat backs. This is just a whole bag of wheat backs. Yeah, insane amount of coins. I'm trying to get rid of a bunch. I've just got boxes and boxes of coins, the collectibles, the silvers, a few gold. So if anyone's interested in the coins and wants to buy some coins and up their collection and wants 1 ounce fine silver and stuff like that, you know where I go.
1 ounce silver or 1 ounce gold coins, because I've actually talked with Heather. I'm really interested in putting our savings and stuff in and changing it and going and getting, just finding a treasury that I can go and I can get like a 1 troy ounce gold coin or 1 troy ounce silver coin. That's gonna.
So I'll tell you this.
Long term, gonna probably go up in value because that's never gonna lose its value.
First thing first is if you're trying to buy gold for value into stack, don't buy it in coins. That's purely for coin collecting, and they don't always go up in value. Because the problem is when gold is $1,600, you're spending $2,100 on a gold coin.
Whether it's a coin or the little ingots or whatever.
Yeah, you want to get bars. Yep,
I want
exactly.
the little.
Like that's different.
they did coins like that, or if it was just the ingots.
Yep.
But
So things like the little gold. Oh, there they are. Okay. So that's all collectible bills too. A lot of star bills, silver certificates, some old silver certificates. But the gold.
yeah, see, that's cool.
There's gold backs. These are all 1/1000th of a troy ounce each one. There's like 6 in this one pack here.
We're on a roll one week with winning those gold bags from giveaways, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've got a bunch of the, ounces of silver, but I don't have an ounce of gold. I've got like
Right,
I have a couple grams of gold, not an ounce. No, but I'm selling it all. Not all. I'm keeping some of the valuable coins that are from family, like the few coins I got from my grandpa and Whitney's grandpa. I'm keeping those. But a lot of stuff I've collected over the years, I decided to sell a bunch of it, whether I put it online or what, I'm not sure yet, or take it to a shop. I've actually been going to a few shops around here the last couple weeks and poked my head in. So I'm somewhat done holding on to a lot of it and gonna sell off most of this collection like extremely soon here.
Oh, dude, is that an old model train, Ragnar? That's pretty wicked. I didn't know they made model trains of that. I love collecting the vintage Heather stuff, or vintage Harry Potter stuff for Heather. That's what I meant to say.
Ragnar, I've had this box since I was like probably 10 years old. I actually got it in Yellowstone when I was a child. Broke the lock off it many years ago.
That's cool.
Because I didn't want to sit and fiddle with the little latch. I just ripped it off. I was like, nah, just open it. I've had coins in here for 20 plus years.
Well, vintage Harry Potter, meaning like the toys and collectibles they were selling in like 2001, 2002. Yes, that was 22 years ago, Jackie. Okay, it's considered vintage now. Vintage Pokemon cards are right around the same era. You ain't that much older than us, Jackie. Come on now.
Yeah, probably only other thing I wouldn't sell is this, my pirate doubloons.
Those are cool.
These sunk on the Etosha in 1622.
That's awesome.
Got one on a silver chain and one with a gold chain.
You're about to make Ragnar freak out over here. See, I would be really nervous, and not to bash it or anything like that. I would just be highly skeptical about getting something that's not genuine. That's always my reservation in finding stuff like that.
So this place is, you go to the one place that sells it in the Caribbean, and you go to this shop, and they have it's like a huge section in the shop, and they have legit coins found on the ship and can be tested and proven. And then they have replica coins made with the gold and silver that they found on the ship.
Oh,
So,
that's cool.
and they tell you, and they give it to you with a certificate, and it says replica on the replica coins, like it says replica or something really small on it. And so the legit ones, like they just sell, and then the replica ones come with a little replica.
Sweet, that's pretty cool.
So that's all, and even the ones that they remake that are replicas are made with the actual ingots that they found on the ship, because it was a huge Spanish
cool
treasure. Yeah, it was like a Spanish treasure galleon that sunk in 1622 in the Caribbean when pirates attacked it or something, or in a storm or something. I don't remember what the actual story was, but it wasn't found until really recently. Like
Captain Kidd.
Oh, hold on, it was cutting out. I saw you were talking, but I didn't have any volume on my side.
No, you're good. Jeremiah said he wants some Captain Kidd treasure. Said I'm not familiar with Captain Kidd.
Yeah.
And your mom says she remembers that trip.
Oh yeah, my dad took me down there. I was 13, so that would have been almost 20 years ago. 19 years ago, I went down there. but they only found that ship in like the 80s or 90s. I think if you Google it and like Google the Etosha, it would come up and say they only found it in like the later part of the 1900s and started pulling up all the treasure off of it.
Oh, gotcha. Man, there was a story I heard of I forget his name, but it was like a treasure hunter. Spent a long time knowing where like this sunken ship was. I think it was, I don't know, maybe in Spain or something like that. I knew where the shipwreck was. Went and told people about the shipwreck. Nobody ever wanted to go out there and find it, so he saved up the money went out there on his own dime and collected everything, and went to claim everything. And then the government came and just like took everything away, except gave him like a couple of coins or something like that.
Ouch.
Like he went and did all the work, spent all the money, and they just totally screwed him over. I think he may have been in Australia, actually.
Ouch.
Yeah, I'm like, dang, I'd be very upset. I'd be very, very upset, especially since the dude like was so openly talking about it. No one believed him. No one wanted to support him, but he kept saying for, I think, at least a decade, he was telling people, this shipwreck is out here. I know it's here. Somebody help me. Let's go down and get it. And it's just like hundreds of millions of dollars worth of gold and treasure and stuff that was found. And yeah, they gave him. They're just like, yeah, it's a couple coins for your trouble. Just flick it at them. It's like, yeah, we're just gonna take this.
Right.
Pirates stole the booty again.
Travis, did you look the Etosha up? It hit a sandbar. It sunk after hitting a sandbar. Like I said, I can't remember if it was a storm or pirates or what. So it sunk.
Yeah.
It hit a sandberg? Or was that a joke? Because it wasn't an iceberg and it was out in the Caribbean, so it was a sandberg. I just realized that might have been a joke. I'm slow, okay? Anyway, yeah. Anything else before we wrap it up? I'm going to be live tomorrow. Sounds like you're going to be live tomorrow night. I'm going to be live tomorrow midday or afternoon.
Yes, pending talking to Heather. Because she works Friday nights into Saturday, Saturday night into Sunday, Sunday night into Monday. So potentially it tomorrow night, but not 100%. It's just going to depend on how her night at work goes tonight and how much sleep she's able to get. But I've had these cards for a few days now, and I'm dying to open them. So as soon as we can open them, we're going to open them. And she's also been dying to build her little Lego Harry Potter set. So we've got the majority of the Harry Potter sets, and I think the ones I found her are big heads. So you're making like a Lego character, but it's a bigger version, and it's like Professor Snape, Professor McGonagall, Mad-Eye Mooney, and then the crazy lady who does like the herbs in the garden and stuff like that. I forget her name, but she's gonna build those, and then yeah, I've got. All right, someone do the math. What is 9 times 6? It's 54. All right. Okay, so 54, like I said. I don't know that little trick. If that was like a little secret math trick.
So to do multiples of 9, let's see. The camera's this way for you, right? Okay. So this being 1, so 9 times 1 is you have 9 fingers left, right? I can't put just my pinky down, but that's 9 fingers. 9 times 2 is 18. 1 and 8. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4 is 36. You just move 1 finger down. Whatever you're multiplying by, just put that finger down, and then you count it.
Well, yeah, 54, 64. I think I've got like 70, 72 or 76 like packs of cards that I'll end up be opening. It's basically the equivalent to 2 booster boxes, and yeah, we're looking for a specific error card. It's basically these in this tin. They were printed for some reason, and there was a mess up in the process, so they're printed without the texture. So they reprinted these vintage cards, but everything has texture. It's super swirly, very, very obvious that it's a reprint. But these ones with no texture are so dang close to looking like the original ones with the hollow rip, like just looking normal. And so they're super, super nice. But yeah, I think I need 18 more to finish the set. So I'm hoping to find a few of them. But if not, then we're still opening some packs. It's still Pokemon cards.
Right.
And, yeah,
it'll still be fun.
So yeah, it'll still be a good time.
Right on. Yeah, and Ragnar, I look forward to seeing you on again in the future. We're gonna have a few other guests coming up here. I think on my next stream, I think I've got a guest or two lined up. So
Sweet, yeah. We're hopefully for the next handful of shows, we've got some people in mind because Chris has got some people. Or not that they're Chris's people or my people, but we have a little bit of a better reputation or relationship, more of a communicating relationship. So it'd just be a little more well suited for certain folks to talk to each other. But I think at least for the next couple, we'll have some people on. So far, we've had Travis and we've had Jeremiah. So I like this trend where we're really bad terminology that I can use that I won't use for the sake of potential people watching later on. I like being the two to bring people into the realm of live streams. We got to do Travis's first live stream. We got to do Jeremiah's first live stream. So hopefully we get a couple more first timers in.
yeah. Oh, hey Slim, you just missed it. Yeah, we're literally just saying bye, about to wrap it up right here, or we are wrapping it up rather.
Yeah, we wanted to wrap at 90 minutes, and we are currently at
a little over an hour.
But yeah, otherwise, any comments, questions, concerns for the next show or future shows, things you'd like to hear us talk about, topics and stuff like that, please be sure to drop them down in the comments below. If you're new and this is the first of our videos or live stream podcasts that we've done, be sure to subscribe to everybody that was involved today. We had Ragnar hanging out, we had Rufo and myself, so a lot of great content out there between the three of us. So if you're new, be sure to go and indulge yourself. There's lots out there. You can spend a couple of weeks watching through the three of us here. So,
right. Just a reminder, next episode will be on my channel, and we'll both be live tomorrow for various things. I'll be live, and Tyler will be live for stuff. Is he? Prairie dogs. Prairie dogging.
Like a dirt bike, but it was somebody on an ATV.
All right. Well,
but
have a good night, day, whatever it is, wherever you might be.
Yeah. Go find some rocks. Enjoy the weather. Do some gardening. Enjoy the sun. We've been waiting on it for a while. So have a great day, everybody.
Now we match.
Sorry, I opened this up and the sun's just beaming, so I had to keep it on.
Later, everyone.
Later, everybody. Have a great day.